Howdy there, YouTube. I just ate a delicious ham sandwich, and that reminded me of the time that I had to scoop out some random kid's puke from the sink at my old job. Many moons ago now, I worked at a fast food restaurant, which for this video will remain nameless, and I had plenty of tasks that I had to do there, like, cooking, taking the orders and whatnot, and cleaning. We'll get to some other extremely gross things throughout the video. Scooping up some random kid's puke out of a sink was arguably not the grossest thing that I had to do during my employment. It's also extremely important to mention for this story that the sink in the men's restroom was not working properly, and we'll get to that a little more in detail in a minute. Now, during the shift, I had a little bit of the poopy crampies. I have IBS, and at this point in time, there's no delicate way to put it, I needed to go to the restroom to drop a huge dump into the toilet. So as I leave the stall, I witness some poor little chap, maybe about 10 years old, puking his guts up into the sink. And side note, puking up a salad. What 10-year-old kid is going to a fast food restaurant and getting a fucking salad? That's besides the point. He is crying his eyes out, wailing in pain, and I felt so bad because I knew I was going to have to clean this shit up. This poor little soul was puking up every atom in his body. I mean, like he was birthing another creature out of his mouth. I don't know how he held all of it in there. It was like a gallon of puke, and why the fuck did he order a salad? Through his tears and painful puking noises, he just begged me, please, go get my mother. She's a blonde woman. And what a good description. What a helpful description for me to find his mother. But I walked out of the door, and she was the only blonde woman at any of the tables in the restaurant, so it worked out. I then accost this lady and tell her, hey, I believe your son's in the bathroom expelling some demons out of his mouth. You might want to go in there and help him, comfort him, pray for him, whatever you feel is necessary. So I go back to my managers and I tell them about this demonic exorcism I just witnessed in the bathroom, and they told me, haha, surprise, surprise, you saw it happen, so you get to clean it. I don't know what sort of cockamamie rules those are, like you witnessed the puke so you can't refute. I don't understand. For some reason, this kind of thing happens all the time at this restaurant, because on another occasion, I had to clean blood off the bottom of a toilet seat because somebody's entire ass violently exploded. And on another occasion, I really wish that I was making this up for comedic effect, but I swear on my life this is real. I walk into the men's restroom, open up the stall, and there, hanging delicately on the coat rack, is a pair of men's whitey-tighty underwear full of and soaked in shit. Like there is barely any specks of white left on these underwear. So yeah, not exactly the cleanest environment ever. Not one of those places where you're like, oh, it's so clean you could eat off the floor. No. If you ate off the floor at this establishment, the only things you're gonna get is some dingleberries, some blood, and maybe like some drug residue that somebody's left behind. It's also important to mention during this time that the cleaning job is going to be much harder because the sink in the male's bathroom does not drain. We had Germex setting on the sink so that you could clean your hands somewhat when you left, but the sink in the male's bathroom, like you couldn't wash your hands because the sink wouldn't drain. It was clogged. So now you understand the pure horror I was experiencing in that moment. So they literally armed me with a cardboard box with a trash bag in it, a pair of rubber gloves, and a large drink cup. I don't think I really need to tell any of you gamers out there that that's the worst loadout I've ever heard of, so I am begging them, please, there's got to be something else that you can give me for this cleaning job. So they give me this like really long, it's like an arm's length glove, and it's used for like if you emptied out the grease from the fryer, that you could like get down in there without burning your arm like on the walls of the machine. That's what it was used for, but today it's going to be used for puke. They also gave me these little bag things that you put over your shoes, and it's so that if you don't have the right type of shoes for this greasy ass environment, that you don't slip around all over the place. So yeah, armed to the gills, I make my trek into the restroom. Now, mind you, I am very anal, we'll say, about germs, and especially other people's germs, right? I don't know this kid. I don't know why he was puking. I don't know if he was sick or if it's because his dumbass ordered a fucking fast food restaurant salad. It could have been both of those things. I don't know why he puked in there, but I'm not thrilled about cleaning this up. So now I'm in the men's restroom of a horrible fast food restaurant with a large drink cup, scooping some random kid's puke out of the sink into a cardboard box with a trash bag. Bits and all, this green, sloppy, disgusting soup, spinach floating around, cheese in it, pieces of chicken, and, scoop by scoop, I don't know how this kid fucking puked this much into the sink. The sink is enormous. It's like that big of like a well. It's huge, and he filled this motherfucker up to the brim. Very hydrated boy. So I'm continuing to scoop this puke, and as I made maybe a quarter-sized dent to this thing, my worst nightmare happens. I have a cup full of puke, and I'm beginning to transfer to the box, and the puke at the apex of my transference leaks down the glove, drips into my shoe, bypasses that protective sock layer over my shoe, completely bypasses it, and drips into my sock, into my shoe. And I have never in my life wanted to just rip my own foot off so badly. It was like I got bit by a zombie and I needed to cut it off so that the infection wouldn't spread. But since there was no hacksaw handy, I started panicking, and I run to the managers. I'm hysterical. Like, I need to go home. I need to clean myself. There's a kid's puke in my shoe. He ate a salad. I don't know why he ate a salad. And they tell me, I swear to fucking God, that I'm being a baby. That, what if it was my kid's puke? And I'm bewildered. If it was my kid's puke, at least it would be my kid's puke. At least if it was my kid's puke, it would be my DNA, my flesh and blood. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? And what's better is they told me that if I went home and cleaned this puke off of my body, that I'd be reprimanded. I'd be written up. And I'd be punished. I went home anyway, and I bathed profusely. Like, I damn near scrubbed my foot so hard that I peeled the skin off. And the thing that I the thing that I regret the most is that I went back. My dumbass went back and continued my shift because I wanted that bread. But honestly, after them saying that I was being a baby and blah blah blah, I should have just stayed fucking home because fuck them. That's what. But I didn't. I wanted that bread, and so I went back and continued to work. Hey, thank you for watching if you did. I hope you enjoyed. And if you got this far, maybe consider leaving a like, a sub, and maybe even comment down below if you had something similar, a similar experience or story, so that I know that I'm not alone and maybe we could suffer together. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.